What's good, everybody? This is Big Red. We're down here in Goldeneye. Today we have a special guest, B.Well.
What's up?
What's good?
How you living?
Good. He's gonna do some shopping. We're gonna ask him some questions. Let's do it. Is there anything here that you found that's nostalgic and reminded you of growing up in Des Moines in the 90s?
Yeah, I would say the NASCAR selection. I see y'all got quite a bit. I remember seeing like the oversized jackets. I used to have these homies that lived on over kind of off 31st Street, and their parents would always throw like NASCAR parties for the Daytona 500. And so everybody would have, whoever their dude was that was racing that day, they would always come in with their spouse, and they would always be rocking the jacket. So it was always tight seeing that. Especially some of the Forces and the low tops, some of the Jordans, the 7s. I just remember seeing those kind of growing up, and I always wanted a pair. I always like bugging my parents to see if I could do some chores around the house and my dad step to go and get them. So yeah, there's definitely some pieces that jog my memory.
All right, so you're just getting back from California.
Yes,
Do you notice any style differences between the Midwest and the West Coast?
Yeah, I think they're, I think the Midwest kind of gets the trickle in from like the East and the West Coast. We a little late to the party a lot of the time, which is, it's still cool to go out there, hop out there and get inspired. I saw a lot of, we went to a lot of like vintage fairs and just kind of like markets that people was throwing or other like shops, which was cool. Specifically in like the North Park area in San Diego, it seemed to be that's where we went to a majority of them. But yeah, people are just creative out there just in regards to being able to throw some fits together. But you can see that definitely a lot of like spillover or similarities in regards to like fashion and people trying to express themselves in Des Moines too. I think people are getting a lot more out of their box and just with the resurgence of like vintage clothing in shops like yourselves that are offering that lane back open.
So is there anybody that's inspired your fashion?
Yeah, I would say, my pops first and foremost, just watching him be dapper down my whole life. He wouldn't even leave the crib if his shoes wasn't matching his hat. So I kind of take that same approach, one piece of my fits together. My roommate and one of my best friends, Teller Banks, he definitely got an eye for fashion and somebody that I turn to when it's time for, photo shoots, clothes, or shoots in general, show appearances, anything like that. The homie Space from UBT is I don't know, he's one of the flyest cats I've ever met. Definitely somebody that can throw a vintage fit together. Top tier. Rio, he does the same thing. It's cool to just see him, not only be able to do it like on Instagram, but see him pull up in real life, come work at the bar and see that he's stunting on people. Who else? I think Fly Life. The Insta name, he's always just a fly brother that's always putting things together and just going to the next level, always stepping out in one-on-one pieces or one that people haven't seen around here. And then I think from like the women's perspective, Baxter, or Bax is, she's super dope. And somebody that I've seen really, this piece fits together, whether it be just seeing her in person or on the gram, so.
Awesome, thank you. So do you mind telling us a little bit more about your foundation and what you guys do over there?
Yeah, for sure. It started me and some very good friends of ours. Just wanted to utilize the platform that we had built as just musicians here in the city, educators, and just people trying to do right, for the youth first and foremost. I rock with adults, obviously. Have business partners, relationships, and things like that, and it's usually who I'm catering to just for my music in general. But obviously knowing that the youth is the access point in the future, not only here, but all over the world. So just making sure that we're pouring resources, love, and attention into them was always something that we wanted to do. I was, we spent a lot of time in schools, like prior to like I call it the revolution in like 2020. And us getting out in the streets and just, marching, protesting, and doing all that. But took the momentum from that and just tried to keep the ball rolling. We knew we wasn't gonna be marching forever, but we need the impact to last forever. So just taking kind of the inspiration that was that summer and, turning it into something positive, coming off of, a traumatic experience and things like that for a lot of people that, experience that brutality and things on a day-to-day basis in this country. So, but yeah, that's a lot of the inspiration just comes to wanting to put on cool things for the city of Des Moines, and the degree of separation is cool here. There's a lot of access points, a lot of people that are just doing cool things around the city, and get a chance to make an impact, affect the youth, affect people, artists, creatives is, tremendous. And if you are inspired to do so, there's a lot of opportunities, chances, and just, spots to make it happen.
So we've asked the questions. Now's your time. You can go look around, you can shop.
Let's get it. Let's go crazy. I think I'm gonna have to for sure get the Rockets jacket. Your boy used to be in Little League in Des Moines, and that was the first and only team that I played for. I wasn't playing T-ball for too long, but it was definitely the Rockets. This is our colorway. Plus, I got a homegirl named Shelby that works out, and she works for the Rockies right now. So yeah, she just headed over to spring training camp down in Phoenix or Tucson. Can't remember. So show them snag this, and it was a big. I had Michael hanging up along with Rodman and Pippen in my room. My mom never let me get a Rodman jersey because she thought it was too, eccentric. But I definitely got caught. This just for the whole field. So
Yeah.
If I had to go with the Supreme jacket too, I'm not that much Supreme gear, but I like what Mitchell and Ness is doing with all their collabs, especially with like Joe Freshgoods. I've been buying quite a bit of this stuff. The collabs that he's done with like New Balance and Mitchell and Ness has been hard. I checked out the Mitchell and Ness store. I think it's on Melrose, maybe out in LA, which is pretty cool. Yeah, this is definitely clean.
Anything you need from over here?
Honestly, I think I might have to go with these. These were. I never had the white pair, but I remember in high school I was always on my parents' top to try to get me let me get some chores around the house so I could buy the all black ones. So I see y'all got them on my size. Got that on the half. So
Perfect.
that's it. Good luck, man. Thank you.
All right, that everything for you?
Yes, sir. I think so.
All right, total's gonna come out to $652.70.
Cool. Appreciate you, fellas.